Welcome, it's Wednesday night, great to see you. We are here for the Livewires and Ignite self-isolation special showdown challenge evening vlog. We can't wait to get started. Let's jump right in. Okay, here are the answers from lockdown week. Don't stand so close to me. Don't stand so close to me. I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. The beating of our hearts is the only sound. And then the last one. Whether you're a brother or whether you're a mother, you're staying alive, staying alive. Little city breaking, everybody shaking, you're staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive. Three rules as usual. 1, I can only sing out of tune. 2, I can only sing the first letter of words. 3, I only usually sing choruses. and you've got to guess the song that I'm singing. Very simple. This week is very special because, as you may well know, the greatest team in all the world, Liverpool Football Club, are once again lifting the First Division title, this time called the Premier League. Just to add and confirm that they are the best team in the world, they are currently the English champions, the European champions, and the world champions. So this week, we're all dedicated to Liverpool. P-L-I-I-M-E-A-I-M-E T-B-T-B-S-S-I-S-A-M-B P-L-I-I-M-E-A-I-M-E T-B-T-B-S-S-P-E-L. Here's the second one. W-A-T-C-M-F A-W-K-O-F-T-T-E W-A-T-C W-A-T-C-N-T-F-L-C-W-A-T-C-O-F-W. And the last one, dedicated to the greatest team in all the land. W-Y-W-T-A-S H-Y-H-U-H A-D-B-A-O-T-D A-T-E-O-T-S T-A-G-S A-T-S S-S-O-A-L W-O-T-T-W W-O-T-T-I-T-T-Y-D-B-E-Z-A-B W-O-W-H-I-Y-H-A-Y-N W-A. Good luck. Put your answers below when you know.
Sardines.
So in case you didn't work out where I was, I'm standing in front of the old fire station.
Sardines.
Guess where I am. To help you, here are 3 clues. First clue, I'm near the River Eden. Second clue, they found Roman artefacts here. And third clue, there's a lot of grass.
Well, good evening, guys. It is great to see you all on the Livewires and Ignite vlog. We're looking at another big one of those questions tonight, but I've got a question for you to start with. What are you most scared of? It's a good question. What are you most scared of? Maybe it's spiders or creepy crawlies, or maybe it's the dark. Like, who turned out the lights? I'm only joking. Maybe it's clowns and creepy looking things like that. Maybe it's snakes or rats or heights. Well, for me, it's those last three: snakes, rats, and heights. But I think that's completely legitimate to be afraid of those things because, well, Indiana Jones is afraid of snakes and rats. And heights is completely logical. All legitimate worries, I'm absolutely sure. But I wonder if you're more worried or scared about something else. I wonder if you're more worried about for your friendships and your friendship groups. I wonder if you're worried about people making fun of you or taking the mickey out of you or insulting you. What if you're worried about being different? Maybe you're the one who looks a little bit geekier. You're not in with the cool crowd. Maybe you're not popular. Maybe you worry about those sort of things. And I've noticed that all of these things can particularly happen when we mention that we believe in Jesus. It's really important we tell our friends about Jesus because we know that Jesus is the only way to heaven. And if we want our friends to go to heaven, and we do because we love them and we think they're great, then we need to tell them about Jesus. But it can be pretty daunting and pretty scary to do that, can't it? Well, the Bible has some great advice for us on how to talk to our friends about Jesus. In his little book of 1 Peter, Peter says this, says, "Don't be afraid of anyone and don't worry, but have reverence for Christ in your hearts and honor him as Lord. Be ready at all times to answer anyone who asks you to explain the hope you have in you, but do it with gentleness and respect. Keep your conscience clear so that when you are insulted, those who speak evil of your good conduct as followers of Christ will be ashamed of what they say." I wonder if you picked out some of that great advice from that little reading. Well, let me just go through it. Here we go. We're going to appear along here. So, Peter says, firstly, when we're talking to our friends about Jesus, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Now, you think, all right, Peter, it's all right for you, mate. But what about me? What about my mates? Well, Peter says, if we put God in his right place, if we have reverence towards God, if we put him higher than anything, which is where he is, then we'll know why it's so important to tell our friends about Jesus. And also we'll know where our hope is, and everything else will fail into insignificance. And it'll help us overcome our fear. So, good thing to do. Don't be afraid. Put God in his rightful place. Secondly, then, be ready to answer. Now, this doesn't mean you need to carry around with you like a Bible survival kit in a little box with a Bible and a stethoscope and an internet search engine, or your pastor in a box. You don't need to do any of that. It just means be ready, be honest, give an answer when your friend asks you. Even if the answer is, I don't know, let me find out. That's better than making up some twaddle. So, always be ready to give an answer and just be honest about it. Sometimes we won't know the answer. But be ready to explain the hope you have. That's the third one. Be ready to explain. Now, this doesn't mean explain the contents of the universe. It doesn't mean explain the inner workings of a camel, for example. All it means is explain why you believe in Jesus. Have you thought about why you believe in Jesus before? Well, if you haven't, that's a great place to start when thinking about telling your friends about Jesus. Just explain that I think Jesus is real because, and this is why I believe in him. That's all it is. Be ready to explain. 4, be gentle and respectful. You know, there's lots of different worldviews out there. Lots of people who don't believe in Jesus and believe in something else.
But even if we believe that Jesus is the only way to heaven, they might not yet. And if you're horrible to them, or mean, or you answer them a bit sharply, well then they might be put off from asking you what you believe again. So just be careful, be gentle, be respectful. Maybe even ask them what they believe. That would be a good thing to do, as well as stating what you believe and the hope you have in Jesus. And we've got a great hope to share, haven't we? Fifthly, keep your conscience clear. This is a really difficult one, and one many people struggle with. But if you believe in Jesus, people will be expecting you to live like you believe in Jesus. That means perhaps trying to avoid getting detentions. That means handing your homework in on time. That means not swearing or gossiping about others. It might even mean avoiding having girlfriends and boyfriends for a little bit. Because people will be watching your life. And when they ask you those questions, if you give a great answer about Jesus and the hope you have, but yet they look at your life and they go, well, why did you swear? Or why did you do that to that person? Or why did you hurt that person? Then it doesn't matter how good your answer is. They won't listen. Now that's really hard to do, isn't it? And we all make mistakes. And the great news is that Jesus has forgiven you once. And he'll forgive you again if you're honest and open with him and trying your best. And that's all you can do. Try your best. So, lastly, number 6, don't worry if it doesn't go well. Sometimes people don't want to hear. Sometimes we get our words muddled. Sometimes we don't know the right answer and then we forget to ask. Don't worry if it doesn't go well. And don't worry if somebody takes the mickey out of you for believing in Jesus. Because in the end, you believe in Jesus. And he's the greatest thing in the world. So you don't need to worry about anything else. As we said before, don't be afraid. Put God in his rightful place. And don't need to worry. So don't worry if it doesn't go well. Just try again next time. So there we go. 6 tips for how to talk to your friends about Jesus. Don't be afraid. Be ready to answer. Be ready to explain. Be gentle and respectful. Keep your conscience clear. And don't worry if it doesn't go well. Just have another go next time. Now, I've put some more advice in the description below because there's loads of things that people say about telling people about Jesus. But all I want to say to you is if you get an opportunity, go for it. You don't need to bash anyone over the head with anything. You don't need to get your 2 before Bible out. Just have a go with it. Just tell people that Jesus is the best and that you love him because he saved you from going to hell. It's as easy as that. It's tough to put yourself out there though, isn't it? And all those things about not being liked and not being the most popular, and they're real worries, aren't they? You don't want to look geeky in front of your friends after all. But most people will respect you if you're just honest and open with what you think. So go and do that. Anyway, it can't be that worse, can it, than snakes, rats and heights.
Hello and welcome to James's Jokes. Today's joke is Mysterious Mouse. You've been watching James's Jokes. Be careful when you laugh though, because next time the joke could be on you.
The Big at Home Challenge.
Well, guys, thank you so much to all of you who sent your clips in this week for the at-home challenge. Remember, we're going to show them all next week. But if you haven't already, why not send me a 20-second clip of what you really enjoy about the Livewires and Ignite vlog? Doesn't matter what age you are, if you're a grandparent watching this or whether you're a toddler, doesn't matter. Just send it in. I'd love to know who's watching. I'd love to know who's enjoying the Livewires Ignite vlog still. And next week in our hour-long special, we'll play them all, as well as playing some of the highlights from the last few weeks. Thanks very much, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Okay, guys, that's a wrap. Great to see you all. I hope you enjoy your self-isolation as much as I'm enjoying it. Do try some of the challenges and send them in. The details will be on the screen at the end. Do check out Facebook and YouTube and different things going on online from church. Do join us Sunday mornings at 10:30. Not in the building, but on YouTube. But keep watching, keep sending your things in, and hopefully we'll get to play some of them next week. See you later.